Hunker is a game about animals gathering and storing food for the winter, and hunkering down in shelter before the snows fall. In it, you play as one of 4 animals, and you play as they prepare their dens and stock them with food while making friends with other animals along the way. The animal which has gathered the most food and made the most friends by the time winter comes is the winner. I'm Jacob, and today I'm joined by AnnaMaria of Girls Game Shelf.
Hello.
And we're going to gather the 5 things we liked about Hunker and the 1 thing we didn't. So let's hunker down and get started. The first thing we liked about Hunker is the theme. It sticks out to us since it really integrates the theme with the mechanics. This is set right on the edge of winter, and it really has winter as a very natural stopping point and almost a race against time. The obstacles in terms of snow and the food running out also fit really well with the theme.
Secondly, we like the animal meeples. The base game includes rabbit, fox, bear, and squirrel characters, with beaver and deer being included as stretch goals. They're really cute, well designed, and the colors not only relate to what they represent, they're generally easy to see on the board. Each figure evokes the feel of a fairy tale like Wind in the Willows or Aesop's Fables, and the size adds to that as well.
Another thing we liked about Hunker is the action economy. You can do up to 3 actions each turn, including foraging, building shelter, and moving. But, of course, there are never enough actions. So, you can also eat some of the food which you gather, which allows you to do additional actions, at the cost of the 2 points on those food tokens.
While the game is competitive, there are some cooperative elements that should work in everyone's strategy. For example, burrows can be shared. While you still have to build your own to the proper size, if you're stuck out in the cold with a storm coming in, you can duck into Mr. Squirrel's or Mrs. Rabbit's home. As such, careful placement of burrows can benefit the entire forest.
We also love that the game encourages movement across the board. You're unable to forage in the same zone multiple times per turn, and each zone has a different balance of actions in the food. Also, at the end of the game, you score the food from the zone with the fewest food tokens twice, even if it's 0, so you want to get at least something from each zone. All of this, plus being able to hunker in other animal shelters, really encourages you to take some more risks and go further in your search for food.
But no game is perfect, and one thing we found lacking was the balance of a friendship card. The My You're Looking Well card requires that you compliment one of the other players at the table. Unfortunately, it winds up removing you from the gameplay and your avatar. It feels forced and not as neighborly as the rest. Additionally, it makes it awkward and uncomfortable in player groups that may not know each other as well. The other cards fit well though, so perhaps this one just isn't necessary.
Thank you for joining us as we talked about the 5 things we liked about Hunker and the 1 thing we didn't. Thank you as well to AnnaMaria for joining me for this video.
Thanks for inviting me.
Glad to have you. And if you'd like to hear more from her, check out Girls Game Shelf on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. There'll be links in the description. If you want to hear more from us, check out our Twitch channel as well as our podcast, and be sure to subscribe to this channel. We'd also like to thank our Patreon patrons for all of their support. In particular, thank you to our Greater Worm patrons, Hunter, Sam, Casey, and Carissa. You are awesome, and we really appreciate your continued support. It really helps us keep the channel going.